Hello class, so we're going to talk about the 1-point perspective drawing, and I'm first going to talk about the setup. Finding a space and where to sit and what to do before you actually begin your drawing. Now this is space I'm going to use. Okay, it's my kitchen, and I'm going to draw it from this angle. Okay, and I think it's helpful to have a good distance from what you're drawing. If you're very close up on it, it can be a little bit more difficult. Try to be at least 15 to 20 feet from the farthest wall. Okay, so it's 1-point perspective when the flat sides are facing you directly. Okay, so this is 1-point perspective. Okay, because these flat sides, okay, are facing me directly. Okay, my line of vision is perpendicular with the plane right there. Okay, it becomes 2-point perspective if you go at an angle like this. Okay, that's 2-point perspective. However, when you have a side that your line of vision is perpendicular with, then you're working with 1-point perspective. And that's what we want here. We're going to talk about finding the horizon line. And the horizon line is going to be at the same place as the eye level, as long as your line of vision is parallel with the ground. Okay, what I mean by parallel with the ground is that your eyes need to be looking directly forward. Okay, they shouldn't be looking down at the ground, they shouldn't be looking up at the sky. They need to be directly forward. If you're looking directly forward, then your eye level and the horizon line are at the same place, which means at this current place, the horizon line's right here. Okay, if I go up right here, the horizon line's right here. If I get a chair or a table, I'll get a chair, it's a little safer. Okay, and I stand on it. Now, the horizon line is up here. So the first step is you need to establish where the horizon line's at. And we're going to do that with tape and a marker. You can use a Sharpie marker since it's included with the kit. I'm going to be using an Expo marker. It'll work the same. So you're going to have to think ahead a little bit and consider at what height are you going to be drawing this from. So since I'm going to be drawing this from my chair, I'm going to sit in the chair. And I'm going to sit up straight, because that's usually how I try to sit. And I'm going to place. Okay? So my vision, like a laser, we go boom. Okay? So that's where I need to put my tape. Let me get a bigger piece of tape. Okay, so that's where my horizon line's at. And really it goes across all the way to the extent of my vision. Okay, now in 1-point perspective, the vanishing point is going to be directly in front of your body. Okay? Now, it's important that your body is parallel with the side that's facing you. Okay, if your body's like this, then the vanishing point's not going to be there. If your body's like this, your vanishing point's not going to be there. If your body's like this and your head's like this, your vanishing point's not going to be there. If your body is parallel with the wall that's facing you, and your head is straight, your vanishing point will be directly in front of you. And it's going to take a little bit of foresight as well. So you have to consider, when I'm in the position I'm going to draw from, where am I going to be sitting? Okay, so I've already kind of thought ahead. Okay, so when I'm sitting down, my body is parallel to the side that's facing me. My vanishing point is going to be right here. Okay, we'll just draw a small little line right here. And I'll know where my vanishing point's at. Okay, so we have our horizon line and we have our vanishing point. Now, if all of a sudden I start drawing from up here, then this is not going to be accurate. If all of a sudden I step over here, then both my horizon line and my vanishing point will have changed. So for this to be true, for this setup, I need to be at the same height and in the same position relative to the vanishing point. I can go backwards, but I can't change from left to right. Parallel with the wall that's facing me. And that vanishing point still directly in front of me. Okay, so now we're going to talk about creating a comfortable place to work. Okay, so this is very important. If you're not comfortable, it's going to be hard to work. So I'm using this little table. It's going to be something that I'm going to set my paper on. Okay. Now, if you have a board, you're going to set your board on here because it's not. Obviously, this isn't a big table. But if you have a board on it, it'll be fine. Okay, or if your pad has a very hard back, which mine does. Okay, so now I'm nice and comfortable. And if you have your board, you could set it like this, and then you could draw what you see.